All right, this is 4.3, solving systems of inequalities. Looking at the practice problems here today. I'm going to do some of these for you, but the first couple look pretty easy. 1, 2, and 3 look pretty easy. If you're having any problems with those, um, just come see me on Google Meet. Number 4, I don't know, just to remind you, if you had a line like x is equal to 3, well, that would be just a horizontal line like that. This one, however, it's an inequality, so first of all, there's no line underneath, so it's going to be a dashed line. And x is less than, so smaller numbers are to the left. So this part of that, so the first one, a, would look like that. You guys should be able to do pretty easily, okay? Let's see if I can find something a little bit more difficult. 5 looks pretty easy, 6 looks easy. All right, 7 and 8, a little bit trickier. So you have to solve for y first. 7 still looks pretty easy. All you got to do is subtract the x on the first one and subtract 4x on the second one. Why don't I do number 8? It looks slightly more difficult. So let's see. We've got the first thing I want to do, I want to start with this first line. So I'm going to call this first line A. How about I just rewrite it? Go ahead so I have some more room over here. All right. I've got x minus y is greater than 1. Okay, so I want to get y by itself, so I'm going to subtract x, do it to one side, got to do it to the other side. So I'm left with negative y is greater than negative x plus 1. Right, not like terms, so just set them up side by side. I want this equal to a positive 1y, so I need to divide by negative 1. Always divide by the same coefficient in front of y. Divide by a negative 1 on everything. Keep in mind, if you divide by a negative to solve, remember, we need to switch the sign. So now this is going to be less than. This is really negative 1 over negative 1x. Negative 1 divided by negative 1 is positive 1, so we'll just call this positive 1x. And positive 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. All right, so this is line A. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this one first. Plot it out. So let's start with the y-intercept of negative 1. And we have the slope of 1, right? The m value, the value in front of x is 1. So we're just going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, or of course down 1, back 1. There we go. All right. Now let's determine if it's going to be a solid or dashed line. There is no line underneath here, so y does not include that. The line, so it's going to be a dashed line. And y is less than, so we're looking at everything under this line. Okay, we shade below. All right, I'm going to erase this. It just looks like a lot here. Y is less than x minus 1. That's what we got for the first line. All right, now I'm going to rewrite the second line out. We'll call this one B. We have x plus 3y is less than or equal to 9. Going to do pretty much the same thing we did for A. We want to subtract x. Rewrite this out. We're left with 3y is less than or equal to negative x plus 9. And divide by 3 on everything. We're left with y is less than or equal to negative 1/3 x plus 3. All right, so now let's graph this one out. Let's start with the y-intercept of 3, and we're going to be going down 1 over 3. Go up 1 over 3. All right. It is going to be a solid line because we have that line underneath. So there we go. All right. And y is less than. So we're talking about shading below this line, which would be everything down here. But we want the intersection. So it looks like I'm gonna erase here, erase up here as well. Looks like the solution would be everything in here, because this would be the section that overlaps. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let me just do this one more time. A line A would be everything here, right? And then line B would be everything over here. So what actually is the overlap section is here, right? Okay, hopefully that makes sense. That's why I erased that and I erased up here too. Okay, but I did that pretty quick. All right, hopefully that made sense. Let's see. Okay, number 10 goes with number 8, so let's answer that one here. Is the point 3, 2 a solution to the system? Okay, 3, 2. Oh God. Ran out of colors. I'm gonna go with red. 3, 2 over 3 up 2. I don't know, looks about right here, right? Well, that was on, so it's on the solid line for B, but it's on the dashed line for A, so it's not included on both of them. So no, that point is not a solution to that system of inequalities. All right. Number 11 looks pretty similar. You guys can do that one. I'll do 12 for you. I guess there's not that many problems. I guess let's just go back and let's do a more basic problem. I will do one of these easy ones for you. I don't want to do too many because there's only 12 practice problems. That's kind of bogus. So I'll do number 1. All right. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a color for each. So this will be line A, and then I'll use a different color for the second line. So let's plot it out. Y-intercept is 1, slope is 1/2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. You can always go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. And is it a solid or dashed line? There is no line underneath, so it is a dashed line. All right, and it is less than, so we shade below. Okay, so that's everything down there. And let's change colors. Let's go with B here. Start with the y-intercept of 3, or -3, sorry. And we're going to go up 5 over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. It's like it's going to share this point here. And it's a solid line because that line underneath, right? So there we go. And y is greater than this, so we shade above. So this would be everything up here. So what's the overlap section? That would be, let's find a different color. The overlap section would be right in here, okay? So this is what I'm looking for. Oh, look at that. All right, so you could erase this if you wanted to, if you're using pencil. The actual solution is the overlap, okay? So that's just a few of the problems for you. I set you up on 4, did 1 for you, did 8 and 10. So there's not a whole lot of practice problems, so I don't think I'm going to do any more. But if you come see me on my Google Meet, I will give you out answers. So if you need help, please come see me there. All right, good luck.